It is a cold afternoon here in Metro Detroit. It was a freezing cold morning with wind chills some 25 degrees below zero. Right now, single digits in Pontiac, but low teens everywhere else. But our wind chills remain below zero, and that's where we'll stay for the next 12 hours. Snow timeline. It's already snowing in a few communities. That will continue as we go through the evening hours. Between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m., we'll have widespread snow and then just scattered light snow showers throughout the day tomorrow, tapering off. It's just sort of a light, steady snow, and it will total up to about a ½ inch to maybe as much as 2 inches up into the thumb. I'll show you each city coming up in a moment, but I'll tell you where it is snowing to beat the band, and that's over in the western Great Lakes. Lake effect snow affecting Muskegon and areas in the western Great Lakes. Whiteout conditions in some spots, so if you travel I-94 over to the west side of the state, just know you're going to hit some of that lake effect snow. Or if you're going up I-75 up north, they also have very heavy snowfall. But for us, as we look at ExactTrack 4D radar, it's already started to clear out in Romulus at the airport. They had a little light snow in the last 20 minutes. Mount Clemens, Waterford, Novi, light snow, nothing to really be concerned about. But as we go throughout the overnight hours, because the temps are so low, salt just isn't quite as effective, so there could be a few slippery patches. So here's what we're looking at as we go throughout the day on Thursday. Some snow totals anywhere from 1/10 of an inch down in Monroe up to about 2 inches in Sandusky. So the farther north you go and west you go, the higher those totals will be. But even 1 inch to 1.5 inches when there are untreated roadways will be a little slippery for your morning commute tomorrow, so keep that in mind as you head out. Here's a look at the clouds and radar forecast, and you can see snow pretty much overspreading the area over the next several hours. And then as we get into tomorrow at 7 a.m., it's still snowing, but as we go throughout the day, it'll start to taper off, and by tomorrow evening, we'll start to see some patches where we get drying conditions, and that will continue into Friday. As far as temperatures, they're going up, but we still have a little bit of a wind, so wind chills will remain in the single digits and below zero for the next couple of days. This weekend, we get into the upper 20s, close to 30, which is closer to average, but our wind chills are going to stay in the teens and low 20s, and it's all because we have these gusting winds over 20 to 25 miles per hour. Wind chills right now below zero, 6 below in Pontiac and Mount Clemens, 3 below out at the airport. Not the only ones dealing with this cold air. Almost the entire country really under, unseasonably cold temperatures and wind chills, just like we saw it down in the southeastern part of the U.S. where they got that snow. 12 tonight will be our overnight low. Last night we were at -3, so that's somewhat of an improvement. Tomorrow we make it into the mid-20s with those snow showers tapering off as we go throughout the day. Then on Friday, 23 for the high with a chance of a few snow flurries. Saturday looks okay. Sunday, chance of snow again, looking at possibly picking up another quick inch on Sunday. And then next week we start to warm up. In fact, by Wednesday we're back up above average with a high of 36.
I was going to say, doesn't that 36 look amazing?
It does. And before we feel too sorry for folks in Pensacola and Florida, even though they are dealing with snow, next week it's going to be sunny and in the 60s. So
I do have some Florida friends who are complaining.
Yeah, well, remind them that we deal with this for months, not days.
That is
right?
true. All right, thank you, Kim.